The next chapter starts with the scene where the two candidates are fighting, or it will be more correct if we say that they are just performing gymnastics. If one is attacking and the other is resisting, no one is getting any inch of injured. The candidate who is observing them says, "Wow, their movements are amazing." One of them who is fighting performs a high kick and it just strikes the opponent in the face. Gwiyoung is also seeing them as he says what they're doing. As they are fighting, General Choi orders them to stop and asks them, "What are you two doing?" One of them says they are fighting. General Choi asks them, do they two know each other? One of them answers that we have been friends since childhood. After listening to their answer, General Choi shouted at them, saying, "You both are idiots. Are you kidding me? I told you to fight, not to perform a choreographed martial arts routine. Fight to the death, that is. Jayokta, which means intense fighting." After listening to the command of General Choi starts fighting, but this includes blood and pain. One of them brought his opponent to the ground and moved backward, looking at the General Choi that he is saying he has won. General Choi, understanding the message of his look, asks him what you are doing. It's not over yet, your opponent has not completely surrendered. Hearing General Choi, he looks at his opponent who is trying hard to get up again, throws a kick on his face, and he completely falls down. The guard announced that the fourth candidate Woong won. Seeing them ferociously fighting, Dumak says to Gwiyoung, "That's brutal. Do they have to do that? I can understand Lee Sun-mong, but this man isn't normal either," referring to General Choi Yindok. The guard announces the next pair for fighting, which are Gwiyoung and his feathery opponent named Damyu. Dumak starts cheering him, saying his name, and thinks that is it really okay to kill each other? Both come forward and stand parallel, facing each other. The guard asks Damyu, "Are you sure you are okay? You can still change your decision." Damyu replies to him, looking directly at Gwiyoung, that "I am fine. I want to fight with Ghost Shadow. I won't get another chance like this." Hearing Damyu's answers, the guard asks them well, and then goes to your positions, and loudly says start to them. The very first attack is done by Gwiyoung, when drops a flying kick to Damyu, but he made that attack fail as bent down. Gwiyoung is surprised by that much fast movement of Damyu and says to himself, when does he? Getting cold behavior from Damyu from the very start. Gwiyoung, at last, asks him directly, "Who are you? Do you hold a grudge against me?" "I don't remember harming any Josian." Hearing an inquiry about him from Gwiyoung, Damyu replies that as expected, "You don't remember me? Then why don't you ask your sister?" Damyu, while answering, Gwiyoung attacks him by holding him from his lower body and pulling him down. Seeing this movement performed by Damyu, General Choi says hip pull. That technique is silum, which is an old word for wrestling. While sitting on Gwiyoung, Damyu throws a hard punch with full force on the face of Gwiyoung. Looking at their positions, the candidates say, with lost hope, that he is completely pinned down, he can't get out. But the surprise comes for everyone along with shock, when Gwiyoung stops his move barely, with his hand blocking him to punch him in the face. Gwiyoung pinches him on his wound, and he gets up from his body screaming loudly with pain. Now Gwiyoung punches him in the face, which causes him to move backwards. Gwiyoung again throws a punch to his stomach. Damyu, after realizing the technique of Gwiyoung, says that he is persistently targeting the injured parts. "He is ruthlessly exploiting my weaknesses. When the defense is concentrated on one side, he attacks the gaps. Gwiyoung, you are the best." After being continuously beaten by Gwiyoung, Damyu determines that I can't let this go on. I will knock him down. He tries to gain hold of him from his lower body and apply hip pull, but this time before he gets any hold on him, Gwiyoung holds him first from his lower body and applies his technique of hip pull, putting him on the ground. Seeing Gwiyoung applying the hip pull technique, General Choi says to himself surprisingly, he has leaned the hip pull, just by experiencing it once? Leaving Damyu on the ground, groaning with pain, Gwiyoung moves towards General Choi and says to him that it's over, I wouldn't do it anymore. General Choi tells him that no, it doesn't seem like it's over yet, to which Gwiyoung replies that it would be better to avoid it. Being unaware of the standing of Damyu, who is running towards Gwiyoung with holding spear in his hands. He attacks Gwiyoung behind his back, but he immediately dodges to save him from that sharp spear. General Choi says to Gwiyoung after looking at a surprised look, I didn't forbid the use of weapons. Continue fighting. Gwiyoung, hearing the noble remarks of him, says that is this how General Choi views combat? Is this you mean? I will take it as I can kill him. Pulling out the sword of General Choi from his cover,